Hello, my people. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Kenyan American Home, or TV, whichever you're watching me from. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel at home, feel at home. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and then hit the notification bell. And you'll get notified every time we upload a new video, which has been happening a lot these days. I've kind of been doing a video almost every single day, but it's because of the DV lottery, and so I've been trying to give out information as much as I can, as much as I'm able to do it. So today we're going to talk about a topic that has been asked a lot. This topic has been asked a lot because so many people are either confused, they have they either don't have the information, or there's so much information kind of floating around the internet on what should I do, and especially on the area of traditional marriages, which are like customary marriages, and can we stay marriages. And I'll kind of be able to dissect those two, so that I can make a difference. I can kind of show you a difference, but also I can help you make a better informed decision. So what are traditional marriages? Traditional marriages are often also called customary marriages, are marriages that are done according to African customs, and they're sometimes called the African. They are marriages that have been performed under the African customary law. So you've gone through the ritual, whether it's the two of you, you've gone through the ritual, and you've completed everything that is necessary for you to be considered married under the particular African customs law that you have, in your particular community or tribe or whatever it is. So that's traditional marriages. That means it's in so many different communities. I am from Kenya. I hail from Kenya, and I know, in different tribes, they do it so differently. Some of them are, it's extended over a very long period of time. Some of them are, it really does vary community by community. But ultimately, you do the ritual, you do the process, and then they consider you married. And customary marriages are one of the five marriages that are recognized in like the Kenyan law. When I'm talking about the Kenyan law, so I can mostly speak about the Kenyan law because that's, I'm from Kenya, and that's where I'm from. So whatever country you're from, make sure you go to, what does the constitution say? What do you have a marriage act in your country? And like in Kenya, we have the Marriage Act of 2014, and the Marriage Act of 2014, it kind of defines marriage as a voluntary union of a man and a woman, whether in a monogamous or a polygamous union, and registered under the act of, this Marriage Act. So the Marriage Act in Kenya, it recognizes five systems of marriage. Number one, civil marriages. Number two, Christian marriages. Number three, Hindu marriages. Number four, customary marriages, which are the traditional marriages. And then number five, Islamic marriages. So all those are recognized and under the Marriage Act. So those are legal. But when it comes to the US immigration, as much as your marriage is legal in Kenya, you need to document this, and so you actually need to take another step of getting a marriage license. You need a marriage certificate. You need a marriage certificate. So just being traditionally married, being customarily married, doesn't provide all the proof that you need. You need to take an additional step and go and register your marriage, but also get a marriage certificate. And I'm gonna walk you through an example, like in Kenya, how you can do that. So if you're thinking about completing the DV, you're thinking about completing the DV entry, and you're wondering, how should I go about? I'm traditionally married. What should I do? If you're traditionally married, if you're customarily married, you should go ahead and choose you're married. You're married as an option, and then you can go ahead and answer all the other questions. So you are married, but you need to take additional steps after completing the entry, or while you're doing it. You need to make sure that you take the additional step of getting additional documentation. And I'll walk you through. If maybe you were married a while ago and you want to get the marriage, you want to get the marriage certificate in Kenya. How do you go about it? Let me walk you through. And it's very easy. So you can do it online, but the online only applies to people in Nairobi County. But there's registrars everywhere you are around the country. Let me walk you through this. So this is not my area of expertise, but you can go online and get some of these things. It's not very hard to get this information. So, all right. So as let it come, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it bigger so that you can be able to see, and I'll post the link of it's eCitizen. For if you're Kenyan, it is eCitizen. eCitizen is a website that you get this. So first of all, does it allow me to? I wanna try. Okay, it doesn't allow me to. Oh yeah. So and this is, it talks about registration of new and existing marriages. The first option talks about, registration of existing Hindu marriages, but we're talking about customary marriages. So this is registration of new or existing customary marriages. And it kind of goes to show you there, these are marriages that are performed under the customs of the communities. And the necessary rituals have been taken according to their respective African customary law. So there's this part of the existing. So if you have an existing customary marriage, so what I'm trying to tell you is you've already completed your. Let me go. Let me come back. So you've already completed your DV entry. You've filled you're married, and then you've put your spouse there, and then your spouse. So because as a married couple, you get double chances. So you can apply under the husband, and you can also apply under the wife. So you've done that, you've completed that, but you need to be able to. This is helpful. Not only you might not win the DV lottery, but I feel like this is very helpful, especially in terms of one of the things that we don't do very well in African communities is things like wills. Like what happens if you, as a breadwinner, as a husband, unfortunately something happens to you. Where does that leave your wife? And a lot of times you find that the way things are, people like they don't, this marriages, there's not marriage certificate, there's nothing. And so what happens when when the husband, the breadwinner passes away, the families often come in and they take everything. And so I mean, you love your wife and you love your kids, but then sometimes your other extended family comes in and just often becomes a mess because people are not very good about these things like getting a marriage license, marriage certificate. It helps in so many things like legal ways. It's so helpful. You're already married traditionally. Why don't you get the papers to show for it? It's gonna help you by if you want to immigrate and all those so many other things. But it's also helpful you stay in your home country. It's good to have that. It's good to have that license. It's good to have that certificate. All right. So let me go back. Let me go back here to say. So if you have an existing customary marriage, what you do is you go to this website. It's www.ecitizen.go.ke, and then they tell you these are the documents that you need. I can try and make it big. Oh, sorry, no, try and make it bigger. That way you guys can see. So it asks you, you need your ID or passport, a colored passport size photo, and then you haven't been married in a civil or Christian marriage. So this is just for traditional. This is just for traditional. Okay, so you haven't like had a church wedding. If you've had a church wedding, then you probably have a marriage license. And then so after you go, submit, you go submit an application. All right. So you go submit an application, and then you book an appointment before the registrar of marriages within 7 days. Uh, let me. Oh yeah. So it tells you that after you submit the application, you are required to book an appointment on eCitizen online platform, appear before the registrar with the original documents, and interview within 7 days. So interview within 7 days. So this is if you've already been married. If you've already been married, and then upon arrival, you'll be required to pay 3,900 on the eCitizen, online platform. And so it says within 14 days from the day of payment, within 14 days from the date of the payment of the fees, then I think you should be able to, uh, have your marriage, have your thing completed, your marriage registered, and your certificate, whatever the certificate that you need. But if you're thinking about doing this from the beginning, it walks you through the steps, that you need to do. There's that step. Everything is there. eCitizen. It's gonna walk you through the process. So it's a good website. Good website for you to know if you're thinking about getting married, if you've been married customarily. Uh, that's the information that you need. So you need that. But on top, but then again, so you getting a license is not enough. If like you've completed your DV entry, and then the marriage, if it's an existing marriage, I don't know if they backdate your marriage license to when you actually got married customarily. I don't know that maybe you might need to find that out. But in case they don't backdate that, and even if they do, you also need additional proof that you actually got married. And so you need to document everything, the ritual, the process, the custom, just bring all that information that showed, whether it's pictures, videos, documents that kind of showed the traditional process, the traditional process that you went through. Bring all that proof to show that you were actually married prior to you completing the DV entry. All right. So, and if anything, you can always go get an affidavit from a lawyer to kind of as an additional proof for that. But that way, you feel married, you were traditionally married, and it's together with so you will need a marriage certificate that will need to be also verified. But it will help you have enough documentation so that when you go to the US embassy, you're good, you're set. There's no other questions, and you'll be given your visa without much issues because you've brought in all the information. So that's traditional marriages. And hopefully I have answered that question for traditional customary marriages. So let's jump on to the next one. This is can we stay marriages? This is one that people. There's always a lot of things that people talk about when they talk about the can we stay marriages. Can we stay marriages are marriages where like you were coding, you were dating, and then one thing led to another. You moved into this guy's home, and you started living together. You didn't go do a traditional marriage or wedding or anything. You just started living together, and then boom, the kids popped out, and you have a family, and it's been forever. You never formalized anything. No, there was not traditional marriage. There's this, you just it's and sometimes it's like a domestic kind of partnership or something. It's a come we stay. So you come we stay, and that's it. You never you never went to see the parents or talk to the parents and ask for a hand in marriage and all that. And that happens a lot. That happens a lot in our culture. It happens a lot in me, especially coming from Kenya. I know that happens a lot. So this one is tricky because there's always this thing saying, oh, if you've stayed together for for like 6 months, and it's intended like you're married, then the government kind of recognizes this as a, recognizes this as a marriage. But if you go to the Marriage Act, the Marriage Act doesn't state this kind of an arrangement. I read you, I kind of walked you through the marriages that, are recognized. Customary marriages are recognized, civil marriages are recognized, Hindu, Islamic marriages are recognized. Well, the fifth one is, wait, Christian something. What's the fifth one? What? Here, let me tell you quickly, because it's should be on this page about marriage. Come on, come on. Well, it's taking its sweet time to load. Let me try. It's taking its sweet time to load. I just want to make sure that I'm the correct, giving you the correct information. Okay. Uh, So yeah, civil marriages, Christian marriages, Hindu marriages, customary marriages, and Islamic marriages. Oh, I think I probably couldn't count. It's late. I probably can count. But can we stay marriages are not listed there, because can we stay are not customary. This is you two together. By the Marriage Act, it's not. It's not. And even though they might like assume or kind of deduce that you've been, the intention was to that you were married under the immigration, the US immigration, you are not, they do not consider you married. They do not consider you married. They do not consider you married. And so you need to actually go ahead and formalize it for it to be a marriage. So as you are filling out your DV entry, if you are come we stay, you are single. You are single. And if you fill the DV entry, and then after the fact, go and try and get a marriage certificate, that marriage certificate will be after the fact. That would mean that you lied in your application, because as you were doing your application, you were not married unless you wait. You go get a certificate before you actually uh, file the DV entry. Then you you would have lied in the application saying you're married but you're not. So come we stay uh domestic partnerships, they're not recognized. They're not recognized by the immigration, US immigration. And so you need not only do you need a marriage certificate, but you also need proof that that you're married. So, and while you are filling the application, if you're not, then you need the what you need to use is you need to say unmarried, and then you can add your kids. So if it's the two of you, the husband can use unmarried and then put the kids. The wife can use unmarried and then put the kids. Okay, and then if you do that, and you after the application you get married, and let's say so you've completed the DV entry, and then say you are unmarried, and then after the DV entry you actually decide to go get married, officially get a marriage certificate. So between now and May 4th, you decide to do that and you actually get married. So if you win, in that case, you can do is you can include your now husband in your DS-260, because now you are married. Now you are married and you have enough proof to show that you are actually married. But while you're filling the application, if you are come we stay, you are unmarried. You are not married. And please don't go to the don't use back doors. Don't fake. That is fraud. It's don't do that. Don't, just be truthful. Truthful. Truth will take you so far, because if they catch you in a lie, which they will. Sometimes people think they're much smarter than the US uh, intelligence, but you're not. These people, they will catch you in a lie, and if they do, you will be banned. They might not even catch you now, but they will probably catch you later, and that was probably revoke your citizenship, revoke your green card. So that's fraud. You don't need to make fraud. Just say the truth, and just pray that your luck kind of comes in and you get selected for the DV lottery. But come we stay, you're single. You're single, but living with single with kids, and single with single with kids. It's almost like you're staying with your fiance or something like that. Yeah. Or your girlfriend, your long-term girlfriend, but it's not your wife. It's not your wife. Legally it's not your wife. All right, hopefully I explained that. People have questions on Come We Stay, but that's where Come We Stay is. Traditional marriages are different. Come We Stay marriages are very different. Hopefully I kind of clarify that and clear that for people who might have questions on that. All right. Well, leave me a comment. Leave me if you like the video, please go ahead and click like, share this video with somebody that is struggling with, because I know a lot of people are struggling with this question. A lot of people struggle with this question. So please share this video, share it share it with your people, to let them know, to feel the right way. This is the right way to actually complete your to go about your situation. But also leave me a like. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. You become part of the family, and come back with testimonies. If you actually follow this video and you feel there's you will come with stay, and you feel there's two unmarried people and you actually win, man, come back with a testimony to encourage other people to do the right thing. Do the right thing. Be honest in your DV lottery application. And that will take you a long way. If it's yours, it is yours. All right. Again, I keep praying for you guys, and hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Otherwise, man, see you another time. Thank you, man. Thank you for the returning subscribers. Thank you for the Premier Gang, Notification Gang, for always coming back. Thank you for the love and the support that you're showing my channel as we keep growing, as we keep educating people with the right information. Thank you guys so much. And, have a good rest of your day or week. But also, a caveat, I am not a lawyer. I do not offer, this is not, legal advice. This is just me and doing my research and trying to enlighten my people with the right information. So if you need legal advice, please go and seek, go find a lawyer, and they'll help you with the right legal advice. All right. Thank you guys. All right.